Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our action continues now in the Quest welterweight division. So ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please put your hands together and welcome our first fighter into the arena, making his debut here tonight. Please welcome Chris Steer. And now we welcome his opponent into the arena. To the red corner, please make some noise and welcome Purcell. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our next bout of the action out of the evening. 3 rounds of action in the welterweight division. So introducing to you first, standing in and boxing out of the blue corner, representing Albert Road Boxing Club. Please show your appreciation and welcome Chris Steer. His opponent tonight standing across the ring, boxing out of the red corner, representing Hit and Lift. Please make some noise for Miguel Purcell. This welterweight showdown to be fought over 3 2-minute rounds. Our referee in charge of the action when the bell rings, Mr. King Baker.
So next up tonight, we've got a welterweight contest between Chris Steer and Miguel Purcell. So 19 years of age, Chris Steer versus Miguel Purcell's 18, but there's a slight height disparity, as you can probably see as they enter to the middle of the ring.
Define slight, Dan.
Purcell's 6'1", and Steer is 5'3", but we've seen Steer box before. He's had 2, won 1, lost 1. Good fighter, loves getting stuck in, as you can see there, and a really nice kid. I had a chat with his mum and dad as they come in. His dad's sitting behind us just to the right, alongside his mum, and his dad's as proud as punch coming here to watch his son fight. And I see him as he entered the ring. His dad walked over and just gave him a little fist bump. So yeah, lovely to see the family all behind him. Yeah, up against Miguel Purcell from Chichester. He's done MMA, but it's his boxing debut.
Yeah, I've not really I've seen some of Steer's stablemates in Quest before. He's Tristan Diego had a great win last time out at Epsom. And he's got that style. The gym, the Albert Road Boxing Gym, produces always really game strong fighters. I mean, I don't know what it is about the gym, but you know, they're all very, very up for it on fight night. And he's doing really, really well here, Steer. He's sort of negating that height advantage. I've got to say, Purcell's looking a little bit wild, an open, but you know, good shots. And this is what the shorter man has to do. He's got to kind of swarm Purcell. He's got to stick on his chest. Doesn't want to keep it at range. Wants to close the distance down exactly like that. And then he's really, really doing well here.
Yeah, something that Steer's doing, and it's really clever. He's shorter already, and he makes himself shorter as he comes in, so it's really difficult to punch down that far. You're already at a slight disadvantage if you're a taller fighter and you're not utilising your jab, which Miguel Purcell's not doing. If you're not utilising your jab, you're at a disadvantage, because that's the shot that's easy to throw down. When you're trying to wing your shots, more often than not, they're going to go around the head of the opponent. But yeah, Steer's doing a really good job here. Good shots there from Purcell, though. Really good shots, dropping to the body. And there's a couple he's dipped down to the body now, which is unusual, because you think the shorter fighter would be the one aiming for the body. But Purcell's picking them shots out really well.
Yeah, no, he's a good finish to the round there. I mean, I would say for the first probably minute 45, definitely Chris Steer for me was the man in control of the action. But Purcell, he kind of almost looked in the last 30 seconds like he got the hump a little bit, and he thought, you know, I'm not enjoying this, and then put his shots together and started getting some success. So that was a good opening round. I'd give that round to Steer just on sheer work rate alone, and he was on the front foot, and you know, but Purcell, he did have his moments, but for me, Steer in that first.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the same as well. I think if Purcell would have, how he finished that last 10-15 seconds, if he'd have had 30 seconds of that, I think I might have edged him the round, but because he boxed well in that last 30 seconds, but the way he's leaning on his coach in the corner, I think he might have spent himself a little bit, putting a bit of extra effort in those last 10-15 seconds. But Steer, standing there, looks comfortable, looks confident.
Round 2.
Kane Baker just asked the corner to pull down the shorts slightly of Michael Purcell, trying to hide that body.
Oh, good.
Lovely shots.
Yeah,
Purcell.
took him on the elbows though. You know, Steer defensively quite tight. I mean,
Yeah, no knockdown.
He's confident, Purcell. You can see that, and he's got a little bit about himself. And
yeah, do you know what? I think Purcell is one of these fighters that I'd like to see him stick with this sort of unorthodox style that he's got. I can see him being really, really good. He picks his shots so well, as you just see there. He's got a good array of shots in the sense of where he can land them. Like, he drop into the body, they come round to the sides of the head. Like I said, he's slightly unorthodox, but I like it. I like what he's doing. Good shot there from Steer. Lovely jab there from the shorter man.
good shots. And I think it's just, I mean, I'd say that Purcell hasn't probably been sparring fighters as short as Steer. Good shot. The uppercut was a great shot there. Right uppercut from Purcell, and that was he landed one uppercut in the first round, which impressed me. But you know, lovely kind of like check hook there.
Yeah, this is fantastic boxing from Purcell. Really, really good boxing. And this was always going to be the problem for Steer. If Purcell can work out a way of keeping him at bay and staying out of range, then Steer was going to struggle, and that's what's happening at the moment. You can see Purcell mouth wide open. He's definitely put a lot of effort into this round. Good work there from Steer.
Good shots there, but I think he's tired. Like you say, he's going to be an interesting last round because good shots there, good pressure from Steer. Nothing really landing, but again, you can see he's the aggressor in there.
Yeah, so Purcell at the end there is just boxing on instinct, just throwing shots on instinct, and I think Steer needs to capitalise on that, because that for me was a Purcell round, so I've got one apiece. It's all to play for in this last round, and I think Purcell's tired, but his style sort of almost lends itself to that because he's boxing on instinct, and I think that's what happened in that round. I think he forgot about trying to box and trying to do what he's been told to do, and just done what he knows best and what he's been trained to do. So sometimes that works in favour. So it's going to be interesting to see how Steele deals with this, because he needs to get back to what he was doing in that first round, making himself smaller, coming underneath and letting his shots go.
And there's going to be, you know, a little bit of even though Steer isn't overly experienced, there's going to be a little bit of inexperience coming into this sort of your first competitive fight, the first time that you're under the lights. A lot of sort of a big gut check for Purcell, but you know, I think if Steer can put it on him and make this round, you know, just do it on work rate alone, I think he's got a good chance of nicking this fight.
Yeah, I think Steer's got to put the pressure and
like
maintain it for the round, because I think if he can get good 30-40 seconds of pressure without taking too much from Purcell, he can get away with nicking the round.
Big left hand and a right hand.
Purcell just shrugs it off. See, that's
big shot there from Steer.
And that's exactly what I said Steer needs to be doing. Remember what I said in that first round, he was getting low, and that's what he's doing here. Coming low and then coming up with the shots. Good work there for Purcell.
Very, very tired, you can see that.
Yeah, Steer, when he gets into that situation where Purcell's let his shots go and they're in that pocket, that's where Steer needs to just direct his shots to the target. Forget trying to throw power, just direct your shots to the target, because that's what's going to win you the round and get you the points. Yeah, nice work there from Purcell in the corner, getting himself out of the corner. He, like I said, it was slightly unorthodox, but it was very effective.
I just think for me, the body language of sort of Purcell in this round, if you're looking at who's coming forward, who's really pushing the action, Purcell has landed a couple of decent shots, but I think just the work rate alone from Steer coming forward, you know, he's looking to press the action, he's pushing, the body language from Purcell is, but that's a big shot there from Purcell. He winged that shot in and caught Steer with his guard totally down.
Yeah, it's another good round of boxing from the pair though. They're both in it, aren't they? I think, like you said, I think Steer is the one pressing this round, and he's certainly the one that I'm looking at saying, lovely shots there from Purcell.
Great finish to the round.
Hats off to the pair of them, because they both wanted that, didn't they? They both went out there and given their absolute all. Purcell was tired, but like I say, I think him being tired actually worked in his favour, because it just went back to boxing on instinct, doing the things that he knows that he can do, and the things that he's practiced in the gym. And yeah, it's a difficult one to score, but
I mean, for me, if I was looking at it technically, the picking of the shots, you know, I thought Purcell was a better boxer technically, but I think if you were going across work rate and sort of the forward aggression and some of the other things that you look for when you're scoring a fight, for me, I'd give that fight to Chris Steer.
Yeah,
you know, good first and a good last.
Steer. I think the first round was the Steer round. The second round was Purcell. I thought Purcell boxed really well. I think they both done brilliantly in that last round, but I think the fact that Steer was pressing the action is probably going to be just enough to nick it, but we'll see what the judges thought.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please show your appreciation for both fighters stood here in the ring. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards with a majority decision. Your winner of the bout in the blue corner, Chris Steer.